all ready for this main event WBA lightweight champion.
Breaking news of Gervonta Davis pay-per-view sales. According to Dan Rafael, Gervonta versus Frank Martin fight sold around 325 to 350,000 pay-per-view buys, which that's a pretty good number when you factor in that Frank Martin wasn't known at all. He wasn't a household name, so Tank carried the whole card on his own, along with Benavidez on the undercard. But neither Tank nor Benavidez fought name opponents, and that's why they only sold around 325 to 350. That's a solid number for the opposition they were facing. I told you guys, the face of boxing is going to be the fighter who is willing to deliver the fights that the fans want to see. If Gervonta is willing to fight the likes of Lomachenko, Shakur, Devin Haney, then he's going to be the face of boxing. On the other hand, if Canelo is willing to fight the likes of David Benavidez, then he is going to be the face of boxing. Whoever chooses to fight the best, that's who's going to be the face of boxing out of these guys. Really, Canelo has two options to compete with Tank, and that's fighting Benavidez or Crawford. On the other hand, likewise for Tank, if he fights Devin Haney, Shakur, or Lomachenko, then he's going to be the face of boxing. Ultimately, that's what's going to determine who's the face of boxing, is who are these guys going to end up fighting next. After all, that's what made Floyd Mayweather the biggest pay-per-view seller of all time. Every time the fans wanted Floyd to fight somebody, that's exactly what Floyd Mayweather ended up doing. When the fans said Floyd was ducking Mosley, when the fans said Floyd Mayweather was ducking Cotto, Maidana, Canelo, Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather ended up fighting those guys, and that's why he sold the most pay-per-views. So, if Canelo ends up fighting Benavidez, guess what? You best believe he's going to sell more pay-per-views than anybody else. However, if Canelo ends up fighting his IBF mandatory, Skull, then that pay-per-view is going to flop. Likewise for Gervonta, if he doesn't fight the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, or Lomachenko next, then he's not going to be successful on his next pay-per-view. At this moment in time, no difference than any moment in history. What's going to determine who sells the most pay-per-views is who fights the better competition. With that being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I believe Tank is the face of boxing because he's willing to face these guys more than Canelo Alvarez will. I mean, Canelo said he wants $200 million to fight Benavidez, just to follow up a week later and say, I will never fight Benavidez. Subscribe below and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Gervonta, you've knocked out a lot of good fighters, beating some really good fighters. How much do you want to prove it against someone who's considered elite on the pound for pound? How much does that matter to you?
There's not too many people on the pound for pound in my weight class, but
yeah, Shakur.
Yeah, but
maybe Lomachenko is still elite.
Sure, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they all opponents, you know what I mean, and worthy opponents, and I'm with it all. You know what I mean? I'm at an age where I'm not ducking and dodging nobody. I can just shoot at whoever. You know, this one just about like getting back in the mix. You know what I mean? And it get better and better.